Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Nightcap. I'm your host, Tom, aka RhinoMan. And tonight's guest, guys, this guy has the perfect place to live. When he goes out, he can tell his wife, hey, baby, I'm going to church. And that church is a casino. We'll find out about that in a minute. But first, as I do, I got three questions for you. First question is, when do you move on from a machine? How much more money do you put in it before you move to another machine? Or if it's not hitting, when do you move? That's the first question. The second question I have is, what's the cost of content? Meaning, what does it cost you to produce content? I may have asked this question before, but the reason I'm asking it is because I've been watching some high limit gamblers that gamble. Yeah, they put on their thumbnail, yeah, I got two hand pays. They put 3,000 in the machine. They get a hand pay for 4 grand. They get a hand pay for 2,400 or somewhere thereabouts. But they continue to play the machine and they don't leave. The video's excellent because they got a couple of hand pays, but by the time they finish their video session, they're at zero. So that brought up the first question: what is the cost of your content? I'm curious to know. And then the second question is, do you stop playing when you're in the casino's pocket? Meaning, you went into the casino. Let's say you just walked into the casino. You put $100 in the machine, $200 in the machine, whatever it is. Oklahoma Casino Review says 200 per live for me. Hey, that's a good limit to set. But what this third question is, when do you stop playing when you're in the casino's pocket? You walk into the casino, you put $200 in the machine, and then you hit for like 1,500. Do you stop playing at the machine, or do you go bigger because you're in the casino's pocket? And then when do you leave? Those are the three questions for today. Hey guys, today's channel support is, wow, it's been a long weekend, guys. Today's channel supporter, Vegas Slots channel, got to meet them over the weekend. They were a fantastic group. The group was fantastic. Vegas Slot channel, they were wonderful people. Got to hang out with them, got to hang out with everybody. We got to enjoy dinner, got to record that live. My props to Rampart Casino. They did a wonderful job in hosting us, and especially for Vic T Slots. He put the whole thing together with Chris and Lou Slots and Slot Drop and everybody else that was in the event. Yoshi Slots. Hey, we were all Yoshis this weekend. So today's channel supporter is Vegas Slots. Shout outs. Let's see who we got in here today. I saw Gamblers Unknown. Thank you for coming in. Right off the bat, I saw Matt's gambling stuff. Thank you for coming in. I did receive your email. I will reach out to you. The Good Life 88, Oklahoma Casino Review, Cindy A. Gambling Granny, thank you. We were just talking about you a few minutes ago. Hope your ears weren't burning. Saka Slots, thanks for coming in. Cindy A, always a pleasure to see you in here. Sister Yoshi, thank you. I don't want to miss anybody in here. Yo Ange, thank you for coming in. All of a sudden, I hear Rhino speaking in my room. Hey, that's funny. I like that. Who else do we have in here? Gamblers Unknown. Hell no, I play all night for free then. Okay, yeah, I guess that's when. Linda L, thank you for coming in. The Slot Ripper. Hey, he's going to be on the show on Thursday. I'll be talking about that in a little while. Let's see. I think we just about covered everybody here. Simi Scratch and Ernie, thanks for coming in. Let's get the guest of the hour on. Let me see if he's in his background here. And I will get him on the show. Like I said, he has a casino next to him that's in a church. Hey, what better excuse? I could imagine if I had a casino that was a church, I would be telling my girlfriend, hey, baby, I'm going to church today. I'm going to church today. I'd be at church every day. Let's get him in here.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How you doing, bro?
Good. Hey, Granny, she's in the chat. Granny, Slot Ripper, Semi-Scratching Ernie.
Oh, he's going big. Look, he's got the bottle out there.
What the hell the camera on that thing? Right there.
There we go. Jack Daniels. There we go.
It is a single barrel select Tennessee whiskey. I got this from Santa Claus. I must have been good last year.
You must have been real good to get that. So introduce yourself to everybody that's out there.
Hey guys, I'm Matt, aka Blue Collar Slots. Hey Cindy A, Yuang. I know most of the people in this chat, Slot Savvy PK. Man, I'm just a regular working guy, and I found YouTube slots on accident.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There you go.
I found YouTube on accident because I hadn't gambled in years and years. It used to be something that my mom and my brother and I, we would travel. What was it, about 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, to see family who lived up here by Kansas City. They went to Sac and Fox, and I can't think of the other one. We come up there once a year and stay with them over the weekend, and we'd go to the casino. And when Mom passed away, we took her to Vegas before she passed. Really hadn't had the feel for it anymore. It just wasn't as fun. It was a family thing. And then I moved to Kansas City, and I thought, maybe I'll go gambling. And I think I went one time with my brother, maybe twice, before he moved out of Kansas City. So I found a slot channel. I'm like, what? People do that, and I was new to YouTube. I didn't get.
I think a lot of us were new to YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't get YouTube or Facebook until 2 years after it'd been out. That tells you how slow I am.
Okay. That's about me. Gambling Granny says, Blue Collar is awesome. We absolutely love heading out to KC to hang out with him going in 2 weeks. So you'll be seeing Gambling Granny in 2 weeks. Olga Rosas, thank you for coming in. Gary Joanne, thank you for coming in.
Man.
So where you grew up compared to where the casinos are, how far was that travel as a youngster?
Come to Kansas City is about a 3-hour drive.
Okay.
So, Mom was a single parent of 3 kids. Not well for 80% of her, 70% of it. She got divorced. We were barely, my brother, I think I was just going into high school, but he wasn't around much anyways to start with, But yeah, we were dirt poor. My brother and I were talking about that last night. Some of the foods we ate, if it wasn't for potatoes, we wouldn't eat. I mean, you heard of Forrest Gump, fried shrimp, boiled shrimp. We had that with potatoes.
Okay. No, I think a lot of us grew up dirt poor. I don't know if you're into country music, but obviously maybe you are.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, we were dirt poor when you have a dirt floor. It is a different kind of poor than just being poor.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, so, yeah. But
you were raised out. How many siblings do you have?
Okay, I have one brother, same mom, same dad. Then I have it is his sister. I don't claim her. Same mom, different dad. And then I have Tony, David, Melinda, Melissa, same dad, different mom.
Okay.
So was it 4, 5, 6, 7, including me?
Wow.
But we only grew up with 3 in the same household.
Okay.
The other 4 were with our biological dad. So what's up, Straight Up Slots?
I saw him just come in. Straight Up's in here.
Yoshi,
Shaka Slots. So growing up, taking those trips with your mom and your brothers to the casinos, obviously that's where you learned to gamble, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when did YouTube become a thing for you?
It's been about 4 years now. Like I said, I moved to Kansas City. I found the slot channel. I'm like, are you serious? So I kind of watched it. I said, hey, maybe it's okay to get back into it. So I started going to the casinos, and I started out at Harris. That's kind of one of the first places I went. Had an awesome time there, So I'd go gambling, maybe once a month or so, just watch the channels. And then, I reached out to a few of the larger channels, and I'm like, hey, what's it take to come to Kansas City? Well, we got to have permission to record. That was 4 years ago. It took, so for 2 years, I tried to get permission to record, not for myself, but for other channels. It wasn't until the last part of those 2 years that Wayne, Missing Daily, from Wayne's a Slot, actually said, hey, it'd be easy if you start a channel yourself. So went on YouTube, set that all up. You know, he helped me with what to say. And I finally got permission from Ameristar, which is Avoid Gaming. So I'm hoping with the 2 years I've been with them now, along with Gambling Granny, it's been there. Straight Up Slots. There's a few other channels locally that record from there. I couldn't tell you who they are. That you know, record there. I'm hoping that opening the door here in Kansas City, that maybe their marketing department in Las Vegas, where I'm hoping to go here in October, will open up and say, okay, come on in.
Okay, I have a couple of questions on some of the statements, but first, Chris and Loose Lots is in here. I saw Miss Bling Thing in here. Who else did I see? Hot Hand Lucky's in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lucky Slot Queens, thank you for coming in. Olga Rosas. So the questions that I have is, one, you said you started out trying to get permission for other channels to record at your local casino. Why was that?
Because Kansas City is in the middle. I mean, if you think about it, we're pretty much in the middle. There are, 6 or 7 casinos here. We'll get permission. I actually have permission from a second casino now, which is Bally's.
Okay.
Which is going through a $40 million renovation. So I got back from a trip and I was able to record at Harris in Laughlin. So I'm hoping that maybe that'll open the door here at Harris locally. But Ameristar is going to be home. They have the largest gaming floor in Kansas City. I mean, you walk into the other casinos, they look okay and they look big, but you know, there's 2 stories of casino.
Okay.
There's space in Ameristar, Kansas City that's not being used because it was for poker, which is, you know, hasn't come back around yet in every places, and they may not come back to the casinos.
Okay.
But
so I know some of the casinos, well, we'll get onto the poker being sort of pushed out by COVID and other things. But what the question that I had was, why did you just try and get permission for other channels instead of trying to do one yourself? What was the purpose behind trying to get other channels to come to Kansas City to record at your locals?
Because I didn't take time off of work, and missing work is something that I've never been a fan of. Up until we went on our 1-year / honeymoon anniversary trip, I've never really missed more than 2 days in 1 week for vacation. Now I've been sick or, you know, work's been slow, but you know, I 9 days I was gone, and so I missed a full week and a couple days of another week or something like that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we left on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, so I missed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Was off that Thursday, Friday, and the whole next week, and came back on Monday. Wow. That was a big change for me because we just didn't grow up. You didn't take time off. You know,
I was gonna ask you that next question. How old are you, if you don't mind answering that question?
Let's see. My best friend Tom, he just turned 45 today, so I'm still 46. So
okay,
I'll be 47 in July, so I'm still 46.
Okay, I'm 54. So, but I have that same work ethic. I would work 2 jobs. I wouldn't take any time off. I still don't take any time off. If I'm working from home, I'm working from home. However, you know, I never really liked taking time off. And the thing that I told my kids growing up, and the same lesson that I learned, was if I could go out and party on Sunday night or Thursday night or whatever night it was, I could get my ass up and go to work the next morning, regardless of what I did. So if you party, you're gonna get up and go to work or school or whatever it is you need to do. I like that work ethic. That shows a lot about you. You are true blue collar. So what made you start your channel then?
Wayne from Wayne's a Slot. You know, he said, if you're gonna get permission, instead of trying to get a channel to come, be your own channel, and then once you get in and you're able to record, try and get permission for other channels to come in.
Okay.
You know, open it up to them, because that's you're going to get me on a slight tirade here. That's the problem. When I finally got permission to record a large channel, I reached out to just before I knew what said channel was or how they were. So they reached out to my local. This casino or this channel, I'm pretty sure was paid to come to casinos. I'm not going to come to casino unless you pay me to gamble there. So I'm pretty sure the audience who we're talking about.
Hey, T-Town
Because
Gambler.
I don't want to badmouth any channel, because that's not what it's about. If you're capable and able to do that, then you're a hell of a businessman.
Exactly.
You know, you take your money, is going to give you money, so they can just take their own money back. But all new to a board game. That's not my dog. I don't have a dog. Do I?
No, that's my dog. My girlfriend must be coming home. Real quick, let me say hi to T-Town Gambler. I see the slot bandits are in the house. What's up, Pickle Rick? How you doing? Chris and Lou Slots, straight up slots. Trying to get my Dougie Slots is in the house. Casino Lady Slots, thank you for coming in. So I'm trying to give my dog a second to get over his barking attack real quick before we get on. Okay.
So like I said, it was built to get, because I wanted to, and I'm working on now still, Midwest Slot Fest. I'm trying to get my local Ameristar to allow, say, hey, let's start out with just 10 slot channels, and as many fans that want to come, or fans or viewers or subscribers or whatever, friends to come and be at the casino at the same time. But it's still new to Ameristar. It's still new to board gaming. So this channel said, no. So they reached out to a larger board gaming casino and got permission there, which helped. But I've never seen anybody else record at board gaming as far as a large channel. I got to another channel. It's not huge, but they're big channel, big better or whatever. And I don't think they want paid from the casino, but I think they want their comps that day because they're not going to come back for a year or a month, which I get. But these bigger channels that are throwing down $10,000 a night or $50,000 a night have to realize that as smaller channels, we go in and we break the ice, we shake the hands, and we do the groundwork. We're not asking you to, I don't want you to boost my channel. I want you to boost the ability to record, because if you come into a casino asking for the moon, they're probably not going to give it to you because it's new to them. But if a larger channel came into Kansas City and said, hey, we're going to come and record, just so you know, we're probably going to have 20,000 followers show up, or 5,000 or 1,000 or whatever, that would open the door at this local a little bigger, and all of a sudden it starts to climb the chatter or the ladder for the marketing department, saying, hey, wait a minute, we just got 10,000 views on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
Why are we not allowing this over here at this casino and this one over here and this one over here? So like I said, it's one of those things. I started it to get other channels to come here, but I realized from Wayne that I wasn't going to make that easy unless I had my own channel. So that's when I started my own channel. And
that was about 2 years ago, correct?
Yeah. 2 years and a couple of months, actually.
Okay. And so how before we get into the struggle of your climb, Yoshi Slots is in the house.
Yoshi!
Back to the point of the casino. Let's see what Oklahoma Casino Review says. I'm lucky I realize that more every day than with the high, because he realizes that more every day with the support of High Winds Casino gives him. They show him some good love over there.
Yeah,
and guys,
amazing.
Yeah, High Winds, Melissa over there is fantastic. They do a great job over there. The Rampart Casino that we just had the event on over the weekend, Gambler After Dark is in the house. Kissy Cat is in the house.
Yeah, so, Cat.
The Rampart, and I think a lot more casinos are going to start opening up to the fact that, hey, YouTube is the thing that's going to help their casino out as well. And the event that Rampart gave us was fantastic. Not only did they allow us to record wherever we wanted to record in the casino, they gave us free dinner afterwards for everybody that was involved in the event. It was a fantastic time.
Oh, that's awesome.
and I'll definitely be going back there. For me, off the strip seemed to be a little bit better. Little Dutchy, thank you for coming in. So going back to your channel, you started it 2 years ago. How has been that progress for you? What have you had to do with your channel, and how much time do you develop? Do you put into it to develop it? I know you work long hours
Yeah.
and you don't take time off, and I know YouTube could be time consuming. So how do you manage that?
Like this Sunday, I had some help out some friends, do some work Sunday. Then I came home Sunday, and I try to get 3 videos a weekend. It doesn't always happen. Because like I said, I wait more like this morning. I think I slept until like 2 o'clock, 2:15 or something like that.
Okay.
And so I got up in the morning, and I usually try and take that morning. I drink a pot of coffee. Yes, all 12 cups of it. Usually I take some of it to go.
I'm the same way.
Because right now my drive to work is an hour. So work starts at 6. I have to be there at 5. That's just how I am.
Okay.
That break down. I got an hour's time to get a ride or call my guys working for me or whatever. Let them know I'm going to be late. So I usually get up. I try and watch. I don't have a method or to the madness of what other channels I watch or YouTube videos, because I don't just watch slots.
Okay.
I'm a car guy. I travel with something that's always been interesting. Never done a lot of it, but like Cypress Insight. Great supporters in the community to have a channel. It's always neat to watch there. And so I get up and try to watch a couple of videos in the morning as I can. Reply to comments, if I posted a video the next day before. But it's tough, because for me to get home and sit down in front of the computer, my wife and I, we live in a small 1-bedroom apartment. When we stayed in Laughlin and that one night in Vegas at Planet Hollywood, those suites were, I think, about the same square footage as our apartment, if you think about it. Yeah. So I'm sitting at my dining room table, and you can see my couch. I mean, it's not huge by any means.
Okay.
What you're seeing is my doghouse bed. That's my air mattress. I work a lot of crazy shifts, so
How often are you on that doghouse bed?
about six nights a week.
Okay.
Well, I call it my doghouse bed. It's not. I don't sleep. I haven't. Growing up as a kid farming, you got up before the sun was up, and then my time in the Marine Corps stuff. So sleep is just. If I get 3 hours of sleep a night, I'm doing great. So, and I was coming off a weird shift. I was working the night shift, and then I was working night and day shifts. I would start at Sunday. We'll start at Sunday, because I was working 7 days a week. But Sunday I would go in at 9:30 at night, and I would get off of that job and go straight to the next job. Get off at 2:30 p.m.
Okay.
So I would come home and go sleep in the bedroom, because she works from over there in that corner from her computer. So I couldn't be like in here, and then it flip-flopped where I was working, my shift was night shift or whatever. So I would sleep here while she would be, she could watch TV.
Okay.
Like I said, a lot of times I don't get home until after she's gone to bed. We're coming up on that time of year where I may work till 7, 8 o'clock at night. It's an hour drive home. I tell her good night and blow her a kiss on the phone, and then I don't see her until, the next day. She is finally taking my advice, and she works full time, and then she coaches gymnastics.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be like 3 days a week, and it ended up being 4 and 5 days a week. So, there'll be a lot of times I didn't really see my wife, because I'm up before she's out of bed, and she's in bed before I get home, except for maybe Fridays and Saturdays.
So where do you find the time to record videos?
I was at a casino this morning. I didn't record. I just had some free play. And you talk about when you walk out. I walked in. I thought I had $70 in free play. I had 30. Is it non-friendly recording casino? I had that up to over $200. I'm like, man, I got to go to work here in 5 minutes. I got to leave now. I slapped that button, lost all $200 in a matter of seconds. Going to bed, go home. Well, I was going to work, but.
Hey, been there, done that for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I just turned $30 on like almost $250 and shit just cashed out, put it in my pocket. But I'm like, I'm gonna go big. It's all free money.
Yeah.
Like if I go to the casino, upcoming trip here on April 15th and 16th, I'll be there for 2 days. All day on Saturday, um, most of the day Friday. I've worked some overtime or whatever. I had to go do. Matter of fact, I got to go back to another job site here to take care of some stuff. So what I'll do is I'll take off early on Friday, so I can get to the casino a little bit early, and I'll record all day Friday. I mean, any machine I touch, I record. Win or lose, you're going to see it. And then Saturday, I'll be doing my live stream on Saturday, and I'll record, before the live stream, after the live stream, record some Sunday before we go to the in-laws for Easter. But there are times that the only time I have to do is come home, kiss the wife goodnight, grab a quick bite to eat in the shower, get to bed at 10, 11 o'clock, crawl out of bed at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, go to the casino with my tripod and record. That's the only time that I have.
Oh, you're a beast.
Yeah.
You're a beast. Slot Savvy says, that's cool. Tell your wife I coached gymnastics for 15 years and did gymnastics in college too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And then Olga Rosa says, that's what I would sleep 4 hours a night when I work days and hubby worked nights. I know that schedule so well. Don't know how I did it for so many years, but she also does that, and then she cooks him a great meal. If you're friends with her on Facebook, you know her cooking because you see her pictures all the time.
Yeah.
So you're a beast, dude. You wake up at 1:30 in the morning and you go to the casino. Chris Patel, thank you for coming in.
Yeah. If I'm running low on footage, or right now, depending on where I'm going, my route takes me right past a non-friendly recording casino. It'd be wise of me to reach out to him again, because I take that route. Then that route's going to go away here in about a month. I won't be going that direction. The other direction I'll be going by another casino, and then I'll be real close. The job site I have, there's 6 of them coming up I'll be working on. We'll be real close to Ameristar and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, it's like I said, a lot of my videos, and I feel luckier in the morning. I don't dare try. I tried to get my wife out of the bed for the Saturday morning live streams, but I'm a Marine and I'm brave, but I ain't stupid. I ain't waking that woman up. Are you kidding me?
Right. You can wake her up when you come home with the HandPay, but not before.
Yeah. So like I said, a YouTube channel is if you work 40 hours a week, and I don't care if you work 40, it's still not going to be easy because there's a lot of time that's involved going in to record. You may go in with a $300 budget, and you may record for 4 hours and have 20 minutes of footage that's actually people might watch because that was some winning.
Yeah.
You might be up and down. So yeah, there's a lot of work involved in it.
Definitely. What would you tell another channel that's just getting ready to start out, if they're starting their channel? What would you tell them to prepare them for YouTube?
Make sure you're doing this for fun, because you're not going to be the next big thing on YouTube. You're not. Okay. I say that, and not in a mean way. I hope that you are, and I hope that Miss Blank thing is, and Yoshi, I hope you guys are the next big thing, and you're making $500,000 a year. But if you go into it expecting that, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Because like I said, it's not easy. It is time consuming and financially, to get footage to post daily like some of these channels do. Holy crap, that's expensive.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about, what's your budget to make videos, or what's your budget to go to the casino if you're going on a trip? Karen in the kitchen's in the house. Chris Patel is in the house. I would say don't start a channel. Let's see. Chris Patel said, don't start a channel. Hold on. I missed that. Don't start a channel. There's already too many. Yeah. There's quite a few of them, Chris,
Yeah.
for sure. But what's your budget when you go into a casino, or do you have a special budget for filming lives, videos?
I get paid weekly. I pay all my bills. My bills are paid monthly or are in advance.
Okay.
I will tell you, I just took my taxes in. I didn't realize what I spent because, like I said, I pay all my bills first. My bills are paid usually a month in advance, with the exception of like the electric. I don't know what it's going to be. You know, I can look on the internet thingy and it'll tell me roughly what I spent. So, hey, I know it's going to be. I'm ready. Is you ready? Can I pay it now? So, like I said, when my bills are paid, there's money in the bank, I go to the casino.
Okay.
My wife will find out eventually if she's watching this. She's in the bedroom. I don't know if she's watching. Teresa, you in here? You hear me? No. I did my taxes here just recently because I had no clue what I spent. Cash out of my bank was just under 60,000.
Okay.
Not tier credits, not coin in. You know, I deposit money from work, and I took out roughly about just under 60,000 last year, and I'm a small.
Wow.
Yeah. Had what 25,000 in over 25,000 in HandPays. None of that's sitting in my account. So
Yeah.
cash out. So, you know, I spent right around $75,000 last year on my YouTube channel.
Wow.
You guys need paper to prove it? I got facts.
He's got the receipts for sure.
It's not cheap. And like I said, I bet big sometimes and I don't. I don't bet big unless it's in my budget.
Okay.
You know, I go to the casino with $300 just like the rest of you. I don't bring anything home. I have a YouTube channel. I can't. Unless I win $11,000 like we did on the 50-cent bet, you know, 3,000 of that stayed in that casino that weekend. The other 8 came home and eventually went back to the casinos.
Okay. So I have a couple of things for that right there. True story, those ATM trips add up.
Yeah.
That's what Gamblers Unknown said.
Oh, yeah.
The Slot Ripper says, what's the method you think is best for reaching out to the casino for the first time, in person or by email? I'll tell you what I do. The Slot Ripper is I have been sending emails out to different casinos, asking them if they would like to participate in the show, sending them links for my channel as well as links of interviews that I've done with other casinos to try and get the door opened. I will contact them by phone, try and speak to somebody in the marketing department and tell them, hey, I'm coming out there. I would like to see if I could get somebody I could talk to about filming at your casino, or if you could, you know, pass it up the chain. So I do both. I'll do a phone call. I'll follow it up with an email. I do both, and the responses I'm getting are very good, and that's why I know the casinos are turning around in some of their thinking. Not all of them, but a lot of the casinos are turning around and saying, hey, wait a minute, this guy wants to come out and film. He wants to interview us. He wants to give us free publicity for our casino. So some of them are turning around on it for sure. And I know I said it earlier, the Rampart Casino, I got to speak to the casino manager there. He gave me his business card. He definitely is going to come on and do an interview. That will be an interview that we have coming up soon here on the channel. So I look forward to that. And hopefully we could get some more casinos on these interviews, because I tell you what, High Winds Casino opened the door for 2 or 3 other interviews with casinos to open the doors for me, for sure. Let's see. Did I miss a question here from 3D? Sorry here. Okay.
Yeah, on Slot Ripper, the best way to get a hold of it, you're going to have to get a hold of the marketing department.
Yes.
So you can call and talk to, you know, who's the marketing director. Then you could call them, try to schedule an appointment. Sometimes email is easier. I emailed, tried to schedule an appointment, you know, or I tried to schedule an appointment, nothing, you know, you're just some guy off the street. I ain't got time for you. So email with, you know, and at that time I didn't have a YouTube channel, so I had to use other people's links with permission. Hey, can I use your video to send to the casino to get permission to record and blah, blah, blah. So it's not easy, but it's best to have it.
Yeah, definitely. it's best to have it, and especially
your host can't give you permission. It has to be from the marketing department, but your host can get you in contact with the people to get your permission. I didn't have a host at that time.
and that's a good point, because I was gonna just touch on that same thing. I was gonna tell you, get in touch with your host, tell them you want to talk to somebody in the marketing department.
Every time, Oklahoma, every time.
Yeah, definitely. The ATM is the only machine that pays out in the casino. So I asked this on a previous interview, but I think it's relevant here. Do you get upset at yourself when you go into the casino and say you have $50 in free play and you bump that sucker up to like $400 or $500 and then lose that back?
Nope.
Versus going into the casino with $300 knowing you're going to lose that and then losing it and not getting upset. Because myself, if I have free play and I go into a casino and I build that up and I build it up to a point where it's like $400 or $500 in the casino's money, and I don't walk away with that $400 or $500, I get upset. I should have walked away with that money because that was free money at that point. Versus if I go in, I know I'm going in with $300 to lose, regardless what happens. I'm not upset at that, but I get more upset at myself if I lose $300 of free play money that I built up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when I go to the casino, prior to having a YouTube channel, it was different. If I walked in with $100 or $200 or $1,000 or whatever, I wanted to walk out with money in my pocket. How to make this make sense? I can't afford to leave the casino with money in my pocket. Does that make sense? I cannot afford to leave the casino with money in my pocket because I have to produce videos.
Okay.
If I walk in with $500 and you guys have seen my live streams, we go for it. There's been times when hey, look, I'm up. I'm going to walk away with this because I need to do some more recording, you know?
Okay. So that makes sense. Yeah. Lucky Queen Slot says we have the same thing. We have a rough time leaving with winnings. And I think everybody in this chat has that same thing going on. But when you say you can't leave, that's the cost of content. If you're creating slot videos, there is a cost to the content that you're putting out. And if you only take so many trips to the casino, I think I had Slotty D on the channel, and they could only record like blackjack videos in Vegas, or get a lot of their content on trips to Vegas. So they're taking big amounts of money, but they're producing content for a month or two, in advance. So yeah, I get that point to it, but at the same time, do you feel you have to bet bigger to produce content, or you just?
No, because I am a slow to mid, and I say slow, that's my version of low rolling, because some people find that derogatory. Slow rolling is I go, I may start out, if I go with $300, I'm not going to bet $25 to spend. I'm gone in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But if I take $300, I'm going to slow roll that. I'm going to find classic slots or, $1.50 bets or $1.25 bets and hope that maybe, I turn that 100 into 200. And I put that in my pocket and I've got some decent footage, and then I keep going. If I get up to $400, $500, $600, then I'm going to throw out some higher bets. Try and get that footage, winning footage of the $5 or $10 or $25 bets.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself that one of these days I'm going to go in with $1,000 and just sit down at one machine, a high limit session, and blow through it.
Okay.
I don't know that I have, other than I have a few times. I take it back. I have a couple of times, but to walk in the casino with a couple months worth of a budget, 3,000 or 4,000 or whatever, or to sit down and just do a high limit like some of these channels do that walk in with $5,000 and they're betting $25 to start off. They lose it all in 15 minutes. They're like, oh, well, and I'm like, holy crap. That's a lot of channel content for us small people.
So question for you. Joanne says, do you plan out your footage strategically?
No. I try to put my videos in order. Like I have a premiere stream tomorrow night. I couldn't put it in order because I walked in the casino. I lost an hour's worth of footage and I'm still trying to recover it. Thank goodness I didn't lose the first hand pay, but that's the first thing I had. First thing I recorded that was worth a crap. It was the second machine I played. The first one, I just played it. It was up and down, up and down, and up and down. And I thought I was recording that whole session, and I wasn't. And I pushed record. I got a few bonuses, and then somehow I deleted it, went to the next machine. So I can't just put up a 5-minute video, for Premiere. I'm still on last year's videos because, like I said, if I could afford to post one day a week or every day of the week, twice a day, I'm sure that I'd grow. Eventually, the algorithm or whatever is going to pick me up. I'm going to be the heart of it. I try to do it in order. When we hit the grand jackpot or the mega, as it's called on Cash Falls, I did bring that up earlier. I still have, I think, I'm going to have 2 premieres this week. It's all on the same day. Of premieres of hand pays. And I think I had 2 or 3 more from last year still to get out. Okay. And I've already had 5 or 6 this year that I haven't gotten to. But there's so much footage in between of just losing, you know. And I'm not going to post just the wins because I can't afford it. I mean,
no, I get it. I don't. And I'll get to that question later. But Dougie Slot says the hardest thing to do during a live stream is if you hit a nice jackpot early, you almost want to end the live stream right there.
Dougie, have you been to my my lives? I hit 2 lives in one 2 jackpots in a live. The first one was part of a group pool, which is amazing. Got done with the group pool live. That money was set aside. Put my money back in the machine. Went to Dollar Storm, the one with the Egyptian. Yeah, Egyptian Jewels. Couple spins and we got a hand pay. Man, we rocked it. We went for it.
I saw that live stream.
Yeah. So
the Good Life 88 says betting bigger is a trap. Any gambling can be interesting,
Oh, yeah, it is. Unless you can afford to bet $25 a hand and lose $5,000 in 5 or 10 minutes, don't do it. Bet within your means on a budget. I don't go in swinging the fences. If I go with $500, I might take that first $100 and swing for the fences. I might go in and, try all max bets or something on a game or something, but if you bet $100 is gone in 3 minutes, then you got another 400 left. You got, 15, 20 minutes left at the casino, then you're headed home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about luck. Like I said, I don't go in to bet big. I go in to have fun. So when I go to the casino, I take X amount of dollars. I say that. I have X amount to spend. I don't always take it in cash because, I don't want to get mugged. I actually reached out to Gambling Granny. I said, hey, how do I take money to Vegas nowadays? Back when I went and last time I was in Vegas prior to a couple of weeks ago, we were carrying around buckets with change. It's been not long ago. That tram thing only had 2 stops at the time of the last time I was there. But, I was like, how do I take money to Vegas? I don't want to put $3,000 in my pocket or $4,000 or $5,000 in my pocket and fly, and I definitely don't want to go to the ATM and, I didn't, because I usually go to the cashier cage at where I go because it's free because of my tier status. And I was going to Laughlin, there's no place there. So I ended up just eating it in the shorts with the ATM fee, called the bank, said, hey, I'll be here this day here. I'm going to do a large withdrawal transaction. So they had the cash on hand and could put it in the safe. But yeah, it's a trap. It's a fun trap. It's therapy.
Definitely.
It's my therapy. It's what keeps me sane. I mean, yeah, there are times that I may only have $70 in free play at this casino. I'm like, well, I'm up. I'll just take a bigger cup of coffee. I'm gone, and I'll stop by the casino, and I won't take no money in, or I might take 100. And man, there's nothing like playing some Keno or something in the morning just to relax with, their coffee.
Exactly.
A chance to relax before the day starts, or coming home, just say, you know what, just gonna stop by the casino. I've got $50 or $100 in free play, and play that free play, and then when it's gone, it's gone. Sunday, my wife and I went on a date. It's been a while. I took it to the casino.
Obviously, but
No. Then we went out to lunch to the Olive Garden.
okay.
But I had $120 in free play, so we just went in and I said, hey, we're gonna do this way. I put money in my $2 max bet slot machine. It's got a progressive of $164,000. It's been that way for 8 to 10 years now. I'm pretty sure it's closer to 10. I'll have to ask one of the slot attendants that I know very well there at next time. We put X amount in there, cashed out, anytime I got a win, whether it be $1 or $2, we cashed it out and got our tickets and went on down the line. We had more. Hey, so we just put 20 or $30 in a machine. When it was gone, we went on to the next one. And then we went and had, lunch. But like I said, it's a lot of work. Hey, JJ Slot Plays in the house. What's up?
JJ Slot Plays in the house. Lucky Obsession Slots and Scratchings in the house. Let's see who else. Nina's well, did I miss it? Nina's Slots and Things is in the house. Thank you for coming in, Nina.
You have to, yeah, it's my therapy. And I do tell people that it's my therapy. I'm sure I can go lay on some couch probably cheaper, but not as much fun, that's for sure.
Exactly. What have you learned doing YouTube?
Man, I've learned my phone does so much more than make phone calls and text. I actually do the time face or whatever it is with my granddaughter. They have Apple. I'm not an Apple person. What is it on Facebook? Yeah. Okay. So do that. I've learned a lot as far as computers, man. My generation, Oregon Trail was huge when I graduated high school. If you guys don't know what Oregon Trail is, look it up. And it was awesome, kind of. But yeah, we didn't have computer classes. We still had typing classes. My senior year is the first year they offered computer classes. So
typing classes, that was that first computer, right? With all of the little.
Oh no, we still had the ribbons.
The ribbon, the ones you had to wind up, yeah.
Yeah, we had those. My junior year, I think, is when they came out with the fancier ones that had the ribbons in it finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, my school actually had those, but they made you in your typing class use the original little typewriters, and then I think after you have to take 2 years of typewriting or something, and then or the 2 semesters, whatever. Then they brought in the fancy ones. But yeah, they didn't do that till about I think it's my junior year when they started doing that. Got the fancy one.
Yeah, I can show
my axle has broken. That's right. Your axle has broken.
I can show my kids a typewriter now, and they'll be asking me, "Where's the monitor?"
Yeah. I did check on my farm, on my farm bill. It's been turned into a Walmart apparently because ain't nothing anymore. But yeah. Like I've learned a lot as far as how to use computer editing software. I started out with one that cost me like $5, and I highly recommend it. I try to do some fancy things in my videos and stuff like that, but HD Maker, and I don't know if they still offer it anymore. HD Movie Maker Pro, simple. It doesn't do all the things I like it to do, but then I've tried some others. I use Adobe Rush or whatever it is, Premium. It took me forever to figure that out. So I was producing on one, trying to learn another one until I got good enough at it. And now I'm not happy with Rush because the cheap one will do just the same as I say cheap one. One time buy, and I own it. It's on the internet or whatever it comes from. And then, like I said, there's a couple others that I've looked at. So I've learned a lot of computer skills, patience. My typing is a little bit better. I've learned that, man, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So slow. It took over a year and a half or whatever it was to reach 1,000 subscribers, and that was my only goal was to get other channels to come to Kansas City.
Okay. And
then I realized, hey, I've got a channel. Hey, this is a lot of fun. Well, I'm so tired of going live on non-YouTube. So my goal was 1,000 subscribers. We were now like at 1,150 or something like that. if I grow to 40,000, that's cool. But if I don't, I'm cool with the 1,100 people I have watching me, that support me. I'm cool with that.
We're we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna touch on that right now. But Kissy Cat wants to know: have you ever won a casino drawing?
No.
No.
I did win a woman in a poker game once, though.
You won a woman in a poker game?
Yeah, my wife. I won her in a poker game. Okay, well, I proposed to her we had a poker game going on. I planned it out, but I proposed to her at a poker game with our friends. Yeah.
Really? Tell us that
I
story.
might like to game a little bit, okay? We were playing, I said, look, I'm all in, and threw out my cards in a ring. He said, will you marry me? Oh, how romantic.
Little did she know what she was getting, right?
Yeah, and I still don't know why she still puts up with me, because I'm all sass, and my granddaughter is just like me. I mean, she cracks me up. I will tell you, she called me one day. This is a little bit off of the subject, but it cracks me up. She called me one day. She's mad. And she goes, Grandpa, Dad slapped me. My son comes, before she says anything else, have you noticed she come across and said, well, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to get and the B word came out of her mouth. And it popped in the mouth for saying it. But I'm like, yep, that's all sass right there. That's payback, son.
There you go.
I'm going to go get my bitches. I'm like, what, kid? And I'm trying not to laugh, because it doesn't affect me, because I'm not there. I'm not the one to, and I'm like trying not to laugh my hardest. And my wife like, don't laugh. So I'm trying not to, and wife's in the background laughing. My son, I'm like, you're making this even harder, because it's funny, but it's not when your kid says something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's amazing. We'd be lost without her.
So how many kids do you have?
I have my son, his wife, and they had 2 grandkids. My daughter, she's not mine biologically. She just had her first kid. So 2 that I know of.
Okay, 2 that you know of that you could claim. 2 that
in my younger days, back when I was skinnier, I actually used to be a rodeo cowboy. I used to ride bulls. So it was always a joke with my friends and I that we got kids all over the state and all over the country, but it's not. It's a joke.
Hey, if you were a rodeo cowboy, I'm surprised they weren't crushed in some of those buckings.
Yeah. Sometimes that I could sing for a soprano pretty easy.
Yeah, because that'll definitely do it for you. Did you ever get hurt doing that?
Not terrible bad. My best friend Tom hit half his face is plastic.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were actually trying to go to the same rodeo. We couldn't make it, so I ended up in one small town, and he ended up in the other. Thank goodness he's in that one because it had a hospital in it. Mine didn't. He got bucked off the bull, and it came down on his face. So they took him to that small town hospital. We can't help you. So they drove him as fast as they could to the bigger town, and they said, we can't help you. So they life flight him here to Kansas City. And he actually came through in the helicopter and tried to tow the people out of it because they didn't strap him down. Wow. But when he came through, all he knows, he was on a bull, and you got to get and go. So yeah, half his face is plastic.
Wow.
I've had broken ribs, stuff like that, concussions. Nothing really major. I mean, we were poor. We were just, cowboys. So our vest was homemade.
Well, yeah. Gamblers Unknown says he used to write cows also.
Yeah.
Cows. The only thing I do is cook them. So.
Yeah. Oh.
So, question for you: what is your favorite casino to play at?
It would have to be Ameristar. Not because I'm allowed to record there, but it is. You go to your local and it's busy. You can't get on the machine. Like I said, we have Ameristar, Harris, Argosy, Hollywood Casino, Bally's, and 7th Street Casino, which is the one in the church. And north of me is another casino. So I have 7 within 30, 45 minutes to choose from. But if you go on a Friday night, it's swamped. All the popular games are busy. You're not going to get on them. You got to, do the old vulture and hover. But in Ameristar, if you just want to go spend your money and relax and go up, there's slot machines upstairs. They're classics, you know. It's
Okay.
the bigger of the casinos. So, like I said, and it's probably the only one other than Harris that I stayed the night at. It is the only one besides Harris. The staff is,
Gambling Granny says Ameristar is amazing.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just the people, the staff, all the way down from, the custodial engineers to slot attendants to the host, to marketing, to the president, it's just amazing. It's clean. The food is amazing. Like I said, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I go to other casinos and they seem smaller, more crowded.
Okay.
Some of them got different, all of them have the games that one doesn't have. So, I do go from here to there, different casinos, just see what kind of games they got, what's new that I haven't got to play, because we still don't have Huff and Puff yet.
Oh, really?
Got in the Drop and Lock, the Sweet Tweet one, the Gonzo, the Wild Country. We just got those. I mean, and I've been working with them saying, hey, look, you guys have got to step it up some, because some of the other casinos are starting to put in these newer games. And that's what people want to play. These people are watching YouTube, not just my channel, but a bunch of other channels, and they're seeing this game. Well, their friend doesn't play at Ameristar. Their friend plays at, Casino B. Hey, Casino B just got this game, so that Ameristar person just left and went over there.
Exactly.
And it's going to happen. They'll come back home. I'll always come back home, to Ameristar, because it's home. I don't have a bad thing to say about them. Other than, what took you 2 years to say yes? No.
So,
But
what is if Ameristar is your favorite hotel? What's your biggest win, and where was that at?
My biggest win was Thanksgiving of last year, the day after Thanksgiving, on Friday.
Wow.
We were waiting on Granny and Dice to get down from the goddamn room and come and see us. And my wife was sitting down at Cash Balls. We throw my card in, and we just doing a ticket. It wasn't a very big ticket, like $40 or $50. And she is a slow roller. If she's betting $2, I better look out. Something's wrong. She's gone crazy. Taking turns spending, and I look up and it says Mega. And I'm like, oh my God. And I couldn't get my phone up fast enough because we hit the button and it landed. $11,004 on a 50-cent spin.
Wow.
And Dice. Prior to that, biggest win was $2,600 something on a 60-cent bet.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't think I beat that $2,600 on a 60-cent bet with any of my. Like I said, I got the $25 max bet HandPay or bonus on Dollar Storm. I don't know that I've beaten. I don't think I've had anything over 3,000 other than that 11,000, and most of my on $5 or less.
I think for myself, the biggest win to bet ratio would probably be I was playing a Wonder 4, and it was a $1.60 bet, so it was 40 cents per screen, and I ended up getting $1,224 or $1,298 on a 40-cent bet. So that was definitely my biggest. And I was actually filming. I started from the beginning, and it was an hour and 35-minute session that I was filming. That was just all bonus.
Wow, Slot Savvy, that's amazing.
Right? I just saw that. Largest jackpot was, wow, on Buffalo Goat on a 480 bet. 199 spins.
Sorry, I got my laptop up here, and
Okay.
we finally got internet fast enough. We used to, and this is no joke, our the router modem thing, whatever it is in the bedroom, and Teresa had to string Ethernet cord out of the room, up over this, over the door, down here, behind there, up and over there to her work computer, so it would be fast enough to let her work from home.
Okay.
I kid you not. So they finally they had, was it fiber or whatever? So we got it. It's kind of nice because, I could actually watch TV while she works, because like I said, we don't pay for internet or cable because don't have time for it anyways.
Okay, so David wants to know when you hit a hand pay, do you have them take taxes out?
Yes. And sometimes I don't pay attention. Do you want state and federal or just state? And I say yes, or yeah, state. So there are some that I didn't have federal taken out. Maybe I should have. I'll find out here when my accountant calls me.
Okay.
He did call me by now, but he's probably like, holy crap. No.
But
I would highly recommend it because if you're single, you have to be able to itemize, almost $13,000 worth of gambling. And that doesn't mean that you went and spend you have to be able to itemize it. So if you don't pay your state and federal, it's going to bite you in the rump. Like when I do my group polls, I tell all my group polls, I will pay, state comes out no matter what. That's the law. That's Missouri. They're going to take out your state taxes. But when it comes to federal, if it's $1,199.99, I'll pay the taxes. Anything over $2,000, they're going to take out federal taxes. In the end of the year, I'm still going to eat some of that, but it's the fairest way to do it.
Okay. So, but if you're going to the casino all the time, you could have them give you your win-loss statement. And I guarantee you, if you're anywhere like me, your losses are going to way outdo your wins. So you could write that off later on anyway.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Kissy Cat wants to know, how much do you tip during a hand pay? I get so nervous about that, she says.
I usually do, if I get a hand pay for $1,200, I'm giving them $20. When we got our hand pay for 11,000, I think I tipped $400, $500, $600.
Okay.
It's free money.
Yeah.
I was spending money that I was going to spend regardless. These people worked their tail off. And let me tell you what, when you walk in a casino and they remember that you tipped them better than that guy that just won $4,000, gave him $10. When you walk in and they're going to realize and recognize you when you're there enough, hey, what's going on? Hey, any machines paying off today? They'll look around and say, yeah, go around the corner of that one machine. That whole bank's been on fire this morning.
Okay.
I'm mall walking. I'm there. Come get me.
There you go.
But yeah, I usually, like I said, if I walk with $500 and I hit a hand pay, they're going to come in. It's $20. And some people say 10%. Well, I'm not going to count out $12. It's $20. If I hit something for 2,000, it's 20 or $30. But like I said, it's just whatever you're comfortable with. But they work their tails off. And if you guys have seen my live streams, I had a few hand pays. It don't take long for them to come see me. And it's not because I'm blue collar slots and I'm famous, because I'm not. It's because I take care of those who take care of me.
That was a question I had for you later, but I'll get to that one in a minute. But to talk about tipping is a lost art. I mean, when I go into the casino, one of the things that I definitely do is either the bartenders or the waitresses that serve me, that first time they come around, they're getting a good tip. Definitely. If they're just bringing me a beer, they're getting a $5 tip or a $10 tip, or sometimes $15, depending on who's in the group with me. But they will get a big tip, because I'll tell you what, especially in a big casino, they will follow me around and make sure that I always have a drink in my hand if I'm tipping them good the very first time I tip them. So yeah. I make a point to do that. My bartenders at my local casino, they know I don't tip them every drink, but by the end of the night, I give them a nice fat tip. So they'll serve me well. They'll put me at the front of the line. They'll take care of me. Tips are what they work for. I used to be in customer service where we had to serve people, and tips are a big thing for us, definitely.
Yep.
So if you tip them good, they'll keep taking care of you for sure. Courtney C, thank you for coming in.
Hey, Courtney.
So that was my next question. At your local casino, do they treat you like a rock star because they know you're blue collar slots?
No. Most of them know me by name. Teresa and I were there Sunday, and When the slot machine comes up, she knows who I am. She goes, "Oh my God, we got some new slot machines." Don't tell my wife she's watching this. I was there a couple days before that because they had new machines. I got footage for you guys. But I'm like, and she said this to me, and I know she knows I was there the week before. I'm like, "Oh, really? That's awesome." So we finished up where we were at, and we went and checked out these new slot machines. I don't think we played them. We were getting ready to leave anyways, but yeah, I mean, they're going to take care of you. I've got so many of them. You'll see them in my live streams. They'll come by and they'll say hi, and they know. Granny knows that I'm loud. My wife knows that I'm Jesse's in the house. My wife knows that I'm loud. I'm about having fun, and that's one of the things about YouTube that I thought was cool. It was bringing slot players together. It wasn't this is my machine. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. You can start having conversations with people. You can laugh. You can cheer each other on. Usually when Granny shows up, she may not see me first, but I'll see for her first. She'll hear me before she sees me.
Yeah. So that was this weekend. We were getting texts because we had so many lives going on. We would start a live, and then other people would text us, "Hey, where are you at? Can't you hear us cheering? Oh yeah, that's you. We're coming across the casino to see where you're at now." But we did have a couple of those people where there was a few people at the casino we sat down next to, and they're like, "Oh no, you guys are too loud. I need to move down away from you guys." But to get to your point, a lot of the people that I have interacted with, I would not have even met if it wasn't for YouTube. So when you talk about bringing the slot channels together and the gamblers together, yeah, it definitely helps. Hey, 5K is in the house. Thank you for coming in, bro. Really
What's
appreciate
up, 5K?
it. Spangler Slots is in the house. Melody61 is in the house. Thank you for coming in. I want a pink Spanglish mic. Hey, Spanglish will get you one. Goldie Slots is in the house. I got to meet her. So when you talk about, meeting these other channels and interacting with them, hey, those events are so much fun. They are just a blast. And when you have people around you cheering and having a good time, it just makes everybody else that's there have a good time too.
Yeah. And that's the thing about being in the Midwest. I may not be the best Midwest slot player, but I'm probably the funnest. I get crazy. No. And that's the thing here is in the Midwest. It's growing slowly but surely. Corey with KC Slot Channel, he's actually one of the first channels that I knew of here in Kansas City. He never had permission to record, so his are all pretty undercover type deals.
Okay.
And I've hung out with him a few times. He actually traded it into the casino for Pokemon. He still gambles some online and stuff like that and goes to casinos now and then. But like I said, other than gambling Granny, Straight Up Slots was here. And, with his job, they may be at a duty station for a while, 6 to 8 months, a year, whatever, go on. Like I said, there are a couple of other ones. Don't know them. Was one channel I don't care to know because the content they put out, I know is not what casinos want to be related to for the most part, But like I said, so it's here, it's starting to grow. I know that like CJ Gaming, they reached out to me. I helped them get permission at Ameristar to record. I don't know if they've come up yet or not because they've talked about coming down and hanging out and, maybe when Granny and Dice are here or whatever. It's like I said, it's you see the East Coast and the West Coast, and here we got the no coast. All we got is no coast. There ain't no coast here. I got oceanfront property down the river, follow the beach. But so yeah, like I said, when you get channels together, it's a blast. I mean, going to Vegas, like I said, I hadn't been, in 15 years, and then actually, it was cool. I felt like a celebrity. No. I'm sitting down recording and hey, blue collar, turn around and it's Shocker Slots. I've never met him and never really seen him, but I just knew it. I knew the voice. He don't talk a lot in his videos, but I just knew the voice. And it's kind of cool to do that. To meet other channels. I can't wait to get back to Vegas. Like I said, we're gonna try. I'm gonna go ahead and book it and get ready to go for Granny Fest this year. But like I said, I can't wait to actually meet other channels. But I haven't met, because I say it's a lot of fun. I have regulars at my casino that when I walk in will say hi. I have viewers. Gia is a viewer, a subscriber of mine in Granny's. She's amazing. She's going to try and make it here this upcoming our trip next month in April. She'll come down. Most of you guys know Ben in the chat, Ben Gillette. He's a local. He'll hang out. He'll send me pictures of his wins, and he'll post it on Facebook or whatever. But it's really cool when you can sit down and talk to somebody like-minded.
Yes.
And you could be playing side by side, both winning, one losing, and you cheer each other on. But yeah, I hope to. I have to go down on the 21st of next month and pick out my fancy gift. I guess I get a fancy gift for reaching Onyx last year. So I'm going to pick that out, and hopefully my contact will be there, and I can speak to her about this Midwest Slot Fest, because I'd love to put it together. It might be too late in the year now. But like I said, I'd love to put that together and bring, people with the coast to the no coast land, because
Okay.
we got barbecue, man.
Hey, let me know. Let me know. Give me some time to get some stuff together, and maybe I could schedule my trip out there as well. So
Yeah, because I need to get a hold of like Casanova Slots, because driving down south to Oklahoma won't take but 3 or 4 hours.
okay.
I have to get for myself, I travel a little bit more. I can drive all night long, don't bother me. We drove 9 states in 9 days for our honeymoon / 1 year anniversary with our friends. So it doesn't bother me a bit. But yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm not going to give up on Midwest Slot Fest. I know people have talked about trying to do, something in other places that might allow it.
Okay.
But my location, in my opinion, Ameristar may say, well, we're not ready to give out 10% discount, because Granny has helped me out with this. She said, hey, this is what El Cortez has done, and so on and so forth. And she's given me some ideas that I've run past them. They may not be ready for that yet, but if you're my choice, I got a casino with a motel. You can probably get a room for free there and come hang out with us at Ameristar, or they don't allow recording. Argosy does, but I've never confirmed it, because when they said no and Ameristar said yes, it was about my 3rd video that Argosy said yes to live recording, but I never tried.
So David says, hey, Rhino Man, Slots met you this weekend, Rampart Casino. Nice meeting you. I'm the one that hit the HandPay. We'll have the free $45 play at the D Casino. Turned it into 500 and left. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. 45 bucks into 500 and left. That's the key. And left. Melody61, thank you for coming in. Okay, so we talked about your biggest win. Your last trip to Laughlin, how'd you do there?
I earned diamonds plus at Harris. I only had like 5,000 tier credits, and I think I'm sounding like I'm fancy, but I'm not. They had and I had no idea they had a 10x tier credit multiplier.
Oh, okay.
So, I did get a HandPay, a smaller one, but it was a blast. I'll tell the story. It was hilarious. So my wife and I would go and meet up with the kids. We'd go out and we eat lunch, and go out shopping with the kids. We're going to get stuff for my grandson's birthday party the next day. And so we go up, we do this and that, and then she's going to go back, and we're going to take a nap and go meet up with the kids later that night. Well, that's fine. I'm going to go down and sit at the bar, and I didn't plan on drinking. I just wanted to sit down and play some Keno, because I'm getting into Keno a little bit. It's kind of fun, and it's a way to slow your bankroll down a little bit. If you're losing at the slots or whatever, you can go bet $1.25 and win, $500-600 or whatever. I did. So I'm sitting there, and there's this guy sitting next to me. His last name is Hammer. His friends call him Hammer. So I get the bartender brings me just a plain Coke or whatever, and I'm drinking that, and he goes, what are you drinking? I said, oh, just Coke. He goes, what do you normally drink? And I said, well, Jack and Coke. He goes, I'll buy you a drink. Watch, I'm laughing inside. He's giggling too. He's an older gentleman. I say old. I can't say older because I'm getting old myself. Holy crap. So he says, hey, give me 2 Jack and Coke. Something cool. He's going to drink one with me. Well, they bring him, set him down. He goes, oh, those are for you. So those 2 lean, those are gone. And as soon as I get that second one in my hand, and it's about this much left, the bartender brings over 2 more.
Oh, wow.
So we're sitting here, we're laughing, we're playing Keno together, we're cheering on. We're just talking about life and slots and just whatever. He's an old county worker that worked for the road department. I used to work for the Kansas Department of Transportation myself. I wasn't a road worker, I was a equipment mechanic. But we're sitting there talking, and I'm like, man, Teresa hasn't messaged me yet. I thought she was going to sleep for like an hour or so. Well, I looked down at my phone. It's been 3 hours. Me and the Hammer have been hammering drinks for 3 freaking hours.
Oh, shit.
So I get on the book face and I message the kids, hey, Dad's drunk. We ain't coming tonight. Said the Hammer got me hammered. Hammer got me hammered. And I mean, for 3 hours, we were sitting there, and they're just small drinks, but they weren't weak at all. And we're just sitting there drinking and laughing and smoking cigarettes and whatnot. And, so I'm like, text the kids. And well, she ain't text you. So his wife came up and I met his wife, and they had these big tumblers with handles on them. They go up to the room and they mix some suckers full, and that'll last them for a while. And they'll sit down and someone comes by and they'll order a drink so they can not drink all of this. So they go to the room. She was going to go with her girlfriends to walk down by the river a bit and then go sit in the hot tub.
Thank you, Vegas Slot Channel, for that $5 super sticker. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Vegas. So we we sat there for another hour, and I'm like, he's getting ready to go. I said, yeah. I said, I'd probably go find my wife. I don't know if she, if she fell asleep or she took the car and left and took all my money out of the safe. So I get up and take about 2 steps and holy shit, let me play this slot machine for a few minutes. I mosey my way back to trying not to fall down because I'm like, holy crap. So I go up and we hadn't eaten either. So we had lunch, but the dinner. So I went back. Teresa was up. So we went and looked at a couple other casinos that night, or at least one. But like I said, dude, it was a blast. I mean, I'd love to win. Who doesn't? But if I get to meet new people and hang out, I'm all for it. And I was the same way before Slot Channel. I mean,
what that was going to be my next point. I don't know if he's still in here, but the Gambler After Dark said it best when he said, you know what, if you weren't doing your YouTube channel, what would you be doing? You would still be sitting down there at that bar playing Keno, having a good time, talking to everybody else.
Yeah, I probably would have spent $70,000 last year, but
yeah, there you go.
Don't tell my wife.
No, she's not going to see this at all.
No, she's probably in the chat. She's probably sitting around the corner. I can't see her. Oh. No, she knows.
And let's see, there was a couple of other questions in here for you. So the 10-time, I think the Good Life 88 said you could get diamond level easy with the 10-time tier promotion.
Yeah,
definitely. You didn't know it was happening that weekend? You just happened to be there?
It was just pure luck, because the thing is my kids just moved 20 minutes outside of there. So I will tell you this, I called and transferred some money out of my bank account because I was losing. I wasn't winning at all. When all that comes due, I should have like 60 or 70,000 tier credits. Because they've always offered, when you get that, they offer free flights to Laughlin. We'll take you there and take you to the hotel. I'm like, I can do that. They'll allow me to record. If I do it in advance, I can actually use my tripod the whole time. I can do a live stream. And my kids and my grandkids are 20 minutes away. I'm like, well, I better get Diamond Plus back if I can. So I'm like, hello, can you put some more money in my other account here? And then I'm going to do a large ATM withdrawal. And so like I said, I think I did like 5,000 or 6,000 tier credit in 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
But like I said, nothing's coming home with me. That HandPay, I did take some of that to Vegas with me because I had my Vegas fund separate. I was only going to be there for one night. I wasn't going to go, oh crap, crazy, but I wanted to make sure I had a good first Vegas live stream was a good one. So if I ran out of money fast, there was more in my pocket. So yeah, like I said, it was a blast. I would definitely go back. I don't know. I'd like to go see the other casinos a bit more. I know that people say some casinos are looser than others and this and that. And I can gamble at Harris, anytime. It's one of my locals. But to get to go to, the riverfront, Don Laughlin, the town's named
Yeah.
after, to go to his casino and gamble a little bit was fun.
Yeah, it definitely is. I like getting out there. The Slot Ripper says Caesars has another tier multiplier April 15th through the 17th. It's a 5-tier multiplier. Is that in only Laughlin, or is it in Vegas as well? Because if it's in Vegas as well, I'll be there that weekend, so I'll be
I
looking at
think
doing
each
that.
casino does it separately.
What was that?
I think each casino will do them from now. I've never seen it in Kansas City. I went to Action Casino a few years back to visit my brother, and we were staying at Caesars, and they were having one there. I've never seen one here. I get emails from Metropolis, Home of Superman. It's one of the casinos we stopped at on the way down to the beach. They have them. I just don't know if I have, if I go in, can I get 7 stars by doing that? That's the question I have. Because for me, it's not worth it. If I can't record there, I don't really need to spend the money there.
Okay.
I've got the rest of this year and all of next year to fly for free down there to see my kids.
That's awesome. So we have a couple of questions. The one is, what's your favorite game to play?
The ATM.
The ATM?
I love the ATM.
Hey, I don't, because that's a dangerous one to play.
If you guys have watched, Dollar Storm had been on fire. I mean, Ninja Moon had been great. And that's one thing that I find myself, it's you watch my channel, you watch other channels, and you watch live streams, you'll notice, or the videos, that even NG, he'll start out at, a Konami or something different, but we always end up where we know we had the best potential to win money back or bring happiness for the viewers. And that's your link, your Dragon Links, your Lightning Links, and stuff like that, and your Dollar Storms. HandPay has always been one of my favorites.
Okay.
I don't, we got some in the casino that are $2 max bet, and we got some that are 5. And I think, so I think HandPay has always been one of my favorites. But yeah, your Dragon Links and Lightning Links, Wild Wild Nugget, Wild Wild Samurai.
I haven't done good
I
on
do love the classic Wells of Cash, the old Buffaloes. And now I cannot think of the name of it. Holy crap, Tilo.
I haven't been doing good on the Wild Wilds. That has not been my game. Recently, Buffalo has been my game, but
now you mentioned, I'll say this. When I was in Laughlin, and I kid you not, I noticed more 50 gold Buffalo heads throughout the casino. And as I'm watching this, I'm watching live streams, and I'm hearing about Buffalo. It's almost like all the Buffalo, okay, Buffalo, it's your month, play hot.
exactly.
Because when I left Laughlin, we got to Vegas, I seen so many people playing Buffalo and, winning thousands of dollars. I'm like, are they all linked together? Is there something here that we haven't figured out? No.
Hey, Millie Love Slots is in the house. Thank you for coming in.
Hey!
Weddle Slots is in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. So I know you said you don't watch certain channels periodically. I know you have a relationship with Granny. Are there any channels that you do watch religiously?
I try to watch as much as I can with the time that I have.
Well said.
Cypress Insight is not a gambling channel. I watch them fairly regular. Life Uncontained. I used to watch that pretty regular. I don't know that I watch, when I had more time, because the time I used to spend viewing is now spent making videos.
Exactly. No,
like I said,
I get it.
It's kind of tough. I try to watch so many channels that support me, and I try to support them back, like Sunflower Slots. the Slot Ripper, the Yoshi family, Slot Savvy PK, people like that. I try to watch a video, and a lot of times I will watch a video or listen on the way to work. I'll smash that up and I'll be driving. I may not get to comment, but know that one of those thumbs up is mine, and I'll try to comment as often as I can. There are so many channels in the slot community that will support another channel and help you out, advise or watch your stuff like that. But I try to watch, and like everybody else, man, I'm just a blue collar worker. I mean, I got Sharpie marks on my hands. I got calluses. I like to watch the big guys, fling that money. I like to see the big wins. Nobody likes to watch losing videos. Don't let anybody that comments on your stuff tell you otherwise. They will tolerate watching $200 spin losses and, a guy losing $10,000 and be happy because, they got a couple of good hits, or, they got a jackpot and they saw a jackpot. But yeah, like I said, I like watching like NG and stuff like that.
But here's the thing.
But,
you're saying losing videos. I watched a video where the guy started out with like $3,000-$4,000. He hit 2 jackpots, but the amount that they're betting is so sick that $3,000-$4,000 goes by like that.
Yeah,
and
then spins.
Yeah, and then the video's over, and it went from 2 jackpots to cashing out nothing and walking away with nothing. But the video was a losing video, but yet 2 jackpots won. You know what I mean? So I guess it's all relevant to what you're watching. It was an excellent video. I enjoyed it because I got to see the 2 wins, and I was hoping that they were going to hit something else. However, it didn't happen.
Well, it's like with the premiere I got coming up tomorrow. I started on one machine, and I don't know. My phone will record in 4K, and I know that when you did the other day your video, you tried to record your out of stuff, so you had to go unlisted on a live stream to record it.
Yeah.
Genius idea, by the way. Genius. See, because my phone will back up to my Google or whatever, but I don't know if I delete it on my phone, if it deletes it on my Google, so I don't. So I get home and, like before I go to the casino again, I need to get all the videos because they show up on my phone and show up on my Google. So I download them to my computer before I delete them off my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, that's a genius idea. I'll give you that one. I'd never thought about that because there's been times I've been mid bonus of it and made me bonus. I'm like, never mind, ain't recording this one. But yeah, like, it's people that go out there, like you said, that go out. The premiere tomorrow, I had that one video I couldn't figure it out for whatever reason that kept going big, and I think I figured that out. And so I just somehow I deleted it. Well, the next machine over, I hit a HandPay, and that set the tone for the whole day. Did I come home with anything? No.
Okay. But you had a blast.
I had a blast. Like I said, 2 HandPays that day and some monster wins. And like I said, so that's back in December, so like I said, I put up that premiere, but it wasn't a $25 bet. One of them were. I was up, so I bet a little bit bigger. But yeah, like I said, those people that go and 2 jackpot HandPays and they won $5,000 on a $100 bet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I won $11,000 on a 50-cent bet.
Hey, my girlfriend won $16,000 on a $1.50 bet.
Yeah, I mean it's the X amount that I like to see. And don't get me, it's wrong. There's some other channels that I don't know that I've seen anybody else in their chats that I watch that are high rollers, so to speak of. That $250, they're just sitting there fast tapping it. Like NG, we'll do a $25 bet. And I'm like, dude, you just spent a year's worth of pay. It's 5 cents now. But it's a blast. Like I said, and you mentioned earlier this, the channel's trying to start your channel. Follow your dreams, have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Just it takes a lot of time, and you picked the wrong thing to be a YouTube channel because it's expensive.
Oh yeah, it's one of the most expensive niches to be in, and like Blue Collar just said, Matt just said, if you want to do it, but do it with the realization of you're doing it to enhance your enjoyment of what you already do. So
Yeah.
if you already enjoy gambling and you're gonna do gambling whether you record or not, then I say do it. As long as as long as you're gonna keep the gambling, regardless if you're recording or not, you might as well do it and put it on YouTube. Get something out of it, you know. But it is going to take a lot of time and a lot of work.
Yeah.
So Matt, we're up to like an hour and 30 minutes. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Is there any channels you want to recognize right now before we end this live stream?
Yeah, Gambling Granny. Wayne, like I said, Wayne was my mentor, a really good friend. Never got a chance to meet him, unfortunately. He was actually invited to our original honeymoon. My wife and I got married. We were going to have like 10 or 15 of our friends. We're all going to the Cayman Islands. He was invited. He helped me out. Like I said, I could turn on a computer, and that's about it. No. You know, like Gambling Granny have been a big help. I shout out to every channel. I mean, you know, Slot Savvy PK, she's in there. You know, that woman's busy.
Yeah.
She's everywhere. She's awesome. Yeah. But as far as recognizing a channel, you know, I want to, you know, commend all of you channels that, you know, that started before me or after me. You've done well. Keep up the good work. But the viewers and subscribers, man, you guys are what it's about. Because, you know, I'd still be doing this if I wasn't doing this. It just may not be on YouTube. Because like I said, it's my therapy. It's something my wife and I enjoy doing for fun. And I've honestly said to myself, man, if this channel stills out, you know, because like I said, I'm good at the, you know, 1100, and I keep thinking, why am I not growing? You know, I put out decent content, you know, and oftentimes I thought, man, how much money could I save if I just said, you know, forget about it. But like I said, it's a blast. I mean, all the channels, you know, the Yoshi family, you know, they're awesome. There's too many channels to list individually. But as far as the slot channels, you know, Gambling Granny and Dice have been a big help. You know, they took over, and Lori Luckbox kind of took over where Wayne was helping me out at. You know, I know that I could reach out to Lori or, you know, to Granny and Dice, say, hey, I got a question. Is this kosher with the community? Am I allowed to do this? But yeah, like I said, it's the community, you know, and there's always these fits and these spats and this drama. There's drama. Matt's out the door. I don't do drama. I'm too old for that.
Well,
I just
you know,
kind of mind my own business.
I would like to recognize everybody that comes in and watches one of these videos, whether they're a slot channel or not. Everybody shows their love to each other by watching everybody's videos, and
yeah,
I'm happy to be a part of the group. I look forward to meeting you soon.
yeah.
Granny Fest, that would be a great opportunity. I know that's in October. I'm going to try and make it out there for sure. Hopefully I can meet Granny and Dice, because, you know, I've been watching them for a while, and a lot of other channels as well. I know it's going to be a crazy month that month, but I look forward to it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the time and the chance to answer some questions to the adoring fans of Blue Collar Slots from Ameristar, Kansas. I'm just kidding you. You guys rock, man. Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Hey, guys, not tomorrow, Wednesday, I have Lucky Obsessions coming up. That interview is going to be, it's going to be crazy. You got to come in and watch that interview. I should have an advisory on there, because there is going to be some foul language, I'm sure. If you haven't checked out our channel, please go over and prepare yourself for what's coming. Watch some of her videos, because I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting video. I appreciate you having a couple of drinks with me today, Matt. Thursday, I have the Slot Ripper on. That's going to be a fantastic interview. Been watching his videos for a while. He's been on YouTube for a long time, and we're going to find out all about him. Until next time, guys, let the good times roll. We will see you then.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.